Russian Deputy Navy Chief arrives in Eritrea's Massawa port amidst heightened regional tensions. Russian Deputy Navy Chief, Admiral Vladimir Kasatonov, made a notable arrival at the Massawa port in Eritrea, accompanied by the frigate Marshal Shaposhnikov. The arrival, witnessed by senior Eritrean military leaders and officials, including General Philippos Woldiohannes and Commissioner of Culture and Sports Zemid Tekel, signifies a significant diplomatic event. The visit, part of the commemoration of the 30th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Russia and Eritrea, underscores the deepening ties between the two nations. Announcing the historic occasion, Russia's ambassador to Eritrea, Igor Mozgo, revealed that this deployment marks the first ever participation of a Russian military ship in joint drills with Eritrea since the establishment of diplomatic relations. The Udaloy-class frigate Marshal Shaposhnikov is set to engage in collaborative activities with the Eritrean Navy during its 9-day stay in the African country's port of Massawa, scheduled until April 5th. The joint events between Russian sailors and their Eritrean counterparts, as outlined by the Russian ambassador, signify a pivotal step in enhancing bilateral cooperation and strategic alignment between Russia and Eritrea. This development holds significance amidst evolving geopolitical dynamics in the region, underlining the growing strategic importance of maritime security collaborations. Amid heightened tensions in the region attributed to Iran-backed Houthi militants, a rare occurrence unfolded as a Russian Navy warship made its way to the primary Red Sea port of Massawa, Eritrea. This strategic move comes in response to recent provocations by the Houthis, prompting a deployment of a U.S. naval task force in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden, tasked with ensuring the safety of commercial and military vessels navigating the vital trade route. This development unfolds against the backdrop of significant military engagements, as evidenced by the Russian Navy's recent joint drills with their Chinese and Iranian counterparts in the Gulf of Oman. The participation of the Marshal Shaposhnikov in these exercises underscores the collaborative efforts aimed at enhancing regional security and coordination among allied forces. Official diplomatic ties between Russia and Eritrea date back to 1993, with the opening of respective embassies in Asmara and Moscow in the following years. The strengthening of bilateral relations was further evident in the meeting between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki during the latter's official visit to Russia last May. This landmark meeting marked the first direct encounter between the two leaders and paved the way for discussions on various bilateral and international issues, signaling a potential expansion of cooperation between Russia and Eritrea. As geopolitical tensions continue to simmer in the region, the arrival of the Russian warship in Massawa serves as a notable development, highlighting the evolving dynamics and strategic calculations of major players in the Red Sea region. Eritrea's strategic stance towards Western military presence in the region has long been marked by suspicion, leading to recent efforts to bolster ties with Moscow. This geopolitical maneuvering comes amidst escalating tensions fueled by the activities of Houthi militants who have targeted ships in the Red Sea in response to the conflict in Gaza, aligned with the axis of resistance. Against Israel, the Houthis' actions prompted retaliatory strikes by US and British warships in January, underscoring the volatile security landscape in the region. Amidst speculations in Western media regarding the presence of Russian warships in the Red Sea, the arrival of the Russian Pacific Fleet's frigate Marshal Shaposhnikov at Eritrea's port of Massawa on Thursday, March 28, sparked interest and conjecture. Accompanied by the missile cruiser Variag, the ships were reported to be executing assigned tasks within the framework of the long-range sea campaign, as stated by the Russian news agency TASS. Bloomberg's coverage underscored the uncertainty surrounding the ship's destination and speculated on Russian motives. Ending the speculation, Eritrea's Ministry of Information released photos and confirmed the purpose behind the Marshal Shaposhnikov's port visit to commemorate the 30th anniversary of diplomatic ties between Russia and Eritrea. The frigate's reception by Eritrea's Navy in a ceremonial event, attended by senior government officials, further emphasized the significance of the occasion. The vessel is slated to remain at the port until April 5th, facilitating diplomatic exchanges and fostering closer bilateral relations. The deepening bilateral partnership between Eritrea and Russia over the past decade, characterized by Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki's frequent state visits to Russia, reflects the growing geopolitical significance of Eritrea to Moscow. With ambitions of establishing a permanent military presence in the Red Sea, Russia views Eritrea, particularly its Massawa port, as a pivotal asset. The signing of a memorandum of understanding between Massawa and Russia's Black Sea naval base in Sevastopol underscores the strategic importance attached to Eritrea's maritime infrastructure. Amidst discussions on potential naval bases, including Massawa and Port Sudan, geopolitical dynamics are further complicated by regional developments, such as the recent agreement between Ethiopia and Somaliland on sea access. Ethiopia's historical quest for access to Eritrea's Red Sea port of Asab adds another layer of complexity to the evolving political landscape in the Horn of Africa, underscoring the multifaceted geopolitical considerations at play in the region.
Президент, на днях Эритрея отмечала 30-летие Россия-Африка. Уважаемый господин президент, вы тоже приглашены. В отношениях между нашими странами. Позвольте вас с этим поздравить.
Apologize for the discomfort as malleable vehicles of domination. In the past 30 years to impose a unipolar world, Mr. Lavrov to Asmara and the subsequent visit of all the